Hey, Multipotentialites. Emilie here. Happy Tuesday. Instead of writing out a blog post this week, I thought I would make a little video, a vlog, if you will. And so for this one, I was hanging out in the forum of the Putty tribe, which is our community of multi-potentialites from around the world, and I noticed that Putty Peep Martina started a discussion talking about how she's suffering from some self-doubt and just kind of generally feeling like a mess. That's how she put it. She's feeling like she has a hard time prioritizing things. Like there's all of these different things she wants to do, but she can't make progress on any of them, and she's dealing with some issues that come from being a highly sensitive person and also a high sensation seeker, an HSS, which is a term that I just learned, but I think it might apply to me. So feeling like you get overstimulated really easily and information overload, and just generally feeling like you want to honor all of your different selves as a multipod, but you're having a really hard time doing it. So I'm not going to read out her whole post, but I'll just read this paragraph. So she says, in short, I feel kind of a mess right now. I'm not nearly the confident, active, energetic person I want to be. I want to be everything and honor all of my interests, which also represents different sides of myself and my personality that I don't want to give up. Because at the end of the day, being a multipod for me is about acknowledging and honoring all of those selves, your inner otherness, to put it as an anthropologist. However, I can't keep up with all of those selves. So yeah, I'm basically pretty lost. And what followed was an outpouring of compassion and people being like, me too, like I feel this way also, you're not alone here. Also a great discussion of HSPs, and there's a new HSP group in the Putty tribe, so they were talking about that. There was someone posted a Harry Potter quote that I appreciated. But my response to Martina is this. So first of all, I totally get what you're going through because I feel this way a lot of the time. I mean, I've got a book out and a community, and like some people might call me successful, whatever. But there are a lot of days where I just can't get anything done. And I've got some chronic health issues and anxiety, some mental health stuff. And, there's a lot going on. This past week, my wife's family was in town, and it was so much fun hanging out with everyone, but it definitely messed up my routine, and that's okay. It happens. It's life. But I think the whole week I was like, I can't get anything done. Like, I've got my lists, and I know what I should be doing, but, like, I've got brain fog today, and I don't have my usual morning routine because we had to, we got to go out for breakfast or whatever. And what I do is I try as much as possible to be compassionate towards myself and to just go easier on myself and to lower my expectations. And it's easier said than done. I think it's a lot easier to be nice to other people than it is to be nice to ourselves. But yeah, if there's like 5 things that I want to do on my list, I'll be like, okay, just do one. Just one. And you know what? If you can't do anything right now, do it later in the day or just like take the day off. And it's hard. Like, it took me a long time to allow myself to do that because I think that for many of us, productivity and self-worth are really linked. And if we're not productive, we don't get anything done, then we feel really bad about ourselves. All to say that these are common issues, and to thrive as a multi-potentialite doesn't mean you need to be perfect. And you can, like, maybe this is a silly example, but I remember reading this book about anxiety, and the author was talking about Darwin and how Darwin suffered with like incredibly crippling anxiety, and he like threw up every day and had like all these health ailments, and like that's friggin' Darwin. So, being successful, getting stuff done, expressing your many selves doesn't require you to be perfect, and sometimes sometimes life is just hard and you just don't feel good and you have to just kind of take it easy. But yeah, you're not alone in that. And then also, it's a process. So learning that you're a multi-potentialite and then embracing your interests and then building a life around your many interests and building a life of variety, that takes time. And, you try something and it works or it doesn't work, and then you iterate and you try something else. And eventually you get closer to a life and a career that is aligned with who you are. But it takes some experimentation, it takes some time, and that's okay. And most of the people in the Putty tribe are going through that process right now. Most of you guys watching are probably going through this process as well. And of course, as a multi-potentialite, our interests shift. And so even if you figure everything out, some things you're going to start to feel bored with one or more of your projects, and you're going to need to change things up. And that's just kind of how it goes. And you get better at dealing with those shifts and at being more comfortable with them as you go. But yeah, it's a process. So that is my kind of rambly reply, and I don't really have a magic bullet to this. It's just kind of it's how it goes, and life is messy, and you got to make sure not to, as they say, don't compare your insides with other people's outsides. So what you see on social media, people posting about their accomplishments, some people do share kind of the emotional stuff and the challenges, and but most people probably don't. I definitely don't feel vulnerable, I can be, I want to be that vulnerable on social media. Reserve that for my close friends. But yeah, what people are putting out there, their glamorous lives and stuff, that's not the whole story. So many of us are struggling and also thriving at the same time. It's not one or the other, it's both. So anyway, if you have a question about being a multi-potentialite, getting things done, dealing with friends and family members who don't understand, a specific business or project that you're working on, you could spend lots of time Googling this or going to Facebook groups or talking to your friends in real life who may or may not be a multi-potentialite and may or may not get it. Or if you're a member of the Putty tribe, you just post your question and get several replies, usually within a few hours. Martina got 13 different people replying to her post, and it's a nice customized answers from people who understand what you're going through and are multi-potentialites themselves. So if that appeals to you and you want to save some time and maybe get some more customized help, and connect with other multipods, check out the Putty tribe, theputtytribe.com/join. We open the doors once a month, and the doors are open now for the next 24 hours. We just do this to deliberately pace the flow of incoming Putty peep, because if new people were popping into the tribe all the time, those of us who are HSPs, myself included, and my team would get a little bit overwhelmed and might not feel so safe sharing personal things. So every month we open the doors, we let new people in, we say welcome, people post their introductions, and we have this week where kind of everyone's getting adjusted, and then we start sharing and working together and brainstorming and all that good stuff. So theputtytribe.com/join is the site, and I hope you got something out of this video. All right, I'm going to go practice some self-care and take my dog on a walk, I think. So have a great day, everyone.